and action. So today I'm going to be putting this tool to the test. It's an M18 fuel Milwaukee Sawzall. I just got it at Home Depot. This one is the 2720-20, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna be using it instead of a chainsaw to clear the backside of my house. I got these blades from Home Depot. They're Avanti Pros, 12-inch wood and wood with nails blade. Of course, safety glasses. Before we start, please use safety glasses whenever you're cutting anything. And gloves. This one has a little leather on it. Safety first. Let's look at this thing and look at the claims. It says it's cuts faster than corded. There's a tool. Look how fast it is compared to a corded tool. It has 2 times more run time than its competitors. There's Milwaukee. There's its competitor 1 and 2. And it has 5 times longer tool life. This one has a brushless motor. It cost me about $199 without the batteries at Home Depot. So it is pretty expensive, but I think it's worth it. Let me show you what I'm actually going to be cutting. So you see all these trees? I'm going to be cutting that with that Sawzall. My cousin was the one who told me about this idea to be using a Sawzall, because normally I'll use a chainsaw. So he brought his Ryobi Sawzall and he cleared this area. It didn't even take him long. So I'm going to go down there and clear this area. So these are not that thick. I think the width of the thickest tree down there is probably 6 to 8 inches. And I'm gonna clear it. And this wood is not too hard. They're kind of medium to soft wood. But let's see if we can do this with that Sawzall. I'll be impressed. I do have 2 1.5 batteries, and see if it really is true that I can use that instead of my chainsaw. And if it's true, you're gonna see it. My hot pepper tree and basil. So this is what I'm gonna be clearing. I'm on the bottom part of where my house is at. This side over here I did a few months ago with a chainsaw, and I'm gonna be clearing this with the Sawzall up here. So let's get started. This is part 2 of my Sawzall tree cutting experiment. What I did is I got new batteries, because these batteries just weren't cutting it. There were enough power, but they weren't really lasting too long. This is what came with my tool set, CP 1.5. And now I got these batteries today, the red lithium XC 5.0. I'll see how this goes. I also got 9-inch blades made for cutting wood and pruning, Diablo. And just in case, another brand. This is the Milwaukee brand. This is called the Axe. It's also a 9-inch blade that can cut wood with nails in it. Picked up some extra glasses, safety glasses, and this wedge. If you ever tried using this, this really helps to put into where you just cut in the wood and give you some space so that you can cut more and fell the tree. This is my old, I've had this for years, and it's a really good tool, but compared to the current Sawzall that I have, there really isn't any comparison. This is a Makita, which still works. I probably had this close to I don't know, 8 or 9 years already. Judy got it for me, and it works. But I was trying it yesterday, and it just doesn't have the same cutting power as the Milwaukee. It still works. It's a really good brand. Lasts long, and I got full use out of this tool and these batteries, which still hold a charge pretty well. This is the old charger that it came with. So let's continue this episode of Sawzall cutting instead of using a chainsaw. This is not your sister's Sawzall. This thing is made out of magic, some kind of witchcraft. I am really impressed in the performance of this tool. Some of the things I'm going to recommend if you get one of these things, if you're going to be doing like what I was doing, which was pretty much clearing, cutting some trees and branches down, and the foliage that I was cutting up was pretty tangled up. I'm going to say use a 9 or 10 inch blade, something like this. Try not to use this 12-inch one because it flexes a lot. It was okay and it could work for smaller branches, but if you want something with a little bit more stability, a 9 or a 10 inch would really work. And you saw in the video how much I was able to clear, and that was about probably altogether hours, about maybe 4 or 5 hours of work by myself clearing all of that. I did a lot with this tool. So I think the claims are true regarding this, that it is faster than a corded. It has 2 times more runtime, and it lasts 5 times longer. All of these claims I think can be substantiated. So if you're going to be doing what I was doing, I would kind of stay away from these batteries. These are the M18s, the red lithium CP 1.5 batteries. I'd say go with something like this. This is an XC 5.0 red lithium battery. This would be a better choice for doing something like what I was doing. It lasts longer. My experience compared to this probably lasts about 4 times longer. It is kind of expensive. It was $129, but I know that you can probably get some deals on this, some sales on this probably from Amazon or at your local Home Depot. All this stuff I bought at my local Home Depot here in Guam. And this thing does have some features, like when you press the trigger here, it has variable speed. So, you know, the harder you press, the faster or slower it will go. It also has a lock mechanism right over here. So if you're carrying it around, you want to engage the lock. It has a lock symbol so it doesn't turn on. And it has this hanging hook. I was trying to figure out what this was for, but it really is just to hang on something. And of course, all the other things, like, I forgot what they call this. It's an adjustable piece right here. You can adjust the angle of what you're cutting and also the length of it by clamping this and pulling it up or down. So compared to a gas chainsaw, which I have, this is a little lighter. You don't have to deal with the chain, the bar chain oil, the gas, all of that. And in my opinion, this is a little bit more safer to use for what I was doing as opposed to a chainsaw. The chainsaw does have some uses, but I think it's for bigger trees, larger in diameter, where this works for what I was doing in my video. Thanks for watching. I am sweating. So hot.